Hey yo, how you doing, guys? It's 1/5 of them boys. Me, the one AJ, representing the Ministry of Wrestling. So you know what that means? We're here. And why are we here? Because it's the final AEW stop. The final stop before WrestleMania, which means the final stop before this season crowns a winner. Hopefully I could be third. Really lucky I'll be second. Damned if I'm last. Five guys. Yeah, it can happen. Anything can happen. Everyone's been on time, so it's that. So, guys, this is AEW Dynasty, the last pay-per-view before WrestleMania, the last pay-per-view before the final of this year's Ministry Prediction Show to crown a new champ. I've said it once, I said it twice. I'm not going to say it again. What I will say is Tony Khan, you need to do better. Why do I say you need to do better? Because keep putting them out too late, which means, as always, the Ministry does not do pre-shows because it makes it too long of a show. So Alex Windsor versus Marina Shafir out. That seems to be the only one that's out. I thought we had more. Well done, Tony. However, what has not made it is Tommaso Ciampa versus Rush versus everybody else for the Casino Gauntlet for the vacant AEW TNT Championship. Kyle Fletcher, get well soon. There is also Chris Jericho versus Ricochet. Welcome back, Chris. But we will be going through all the other matches. This is actually pretty good for AEW. I take it back. I even took my phone. I would have remembered those. Okay, let's go with the 5 matches that the MOW have voted for. And the first one I'm going to go for is El Idolo. Andrade Almas versus... I don't know if he's Almas here, actually. Versus your favorites, not one for me, Darby Allin. If Darby Allin wins, he gets a shot at the AEW title and the champion, whoever that may be, post this show, which is Dynasty. Right, sorry guys, I'm back in the game now. Here we go. Andrade El Idolo versus Darby Allin. If Darby wins, he becomes number one contender, but he's entitled to a title shot. That's all I know. I don't know if he's number one contender. How did the guys vote? Let's have a look. Right, this is a second attempt record because my mind hit me on a few things. So Darby Allin is actually going to win. Yes, you guys didn't hear the other video, but this is the shot of me going for it. I am all over El Idolo. I'm not going to lean back because, hey, guess what? He's not the winner of this one. The more I think of it, we've already had Hangman lose the opportunity to challenge for the AEW title. Are we going to have all faces on this? No chance of winning a title shot. So that's one. Look, Darby's been floating around, kind of climbed up a mountain, but not an AEW mountain, so then got lost in the fold. Bring him back in, let MJF kick his... yeah, that's the one. I don't see him becoming... Well, he probably will be. He's one of those heart and souls. But it doesn't matter. All I'm saying is Darby Allin for the win, gets a title shot, loses.
I think Andrade El Idolo is the best I've seen him since his NXT Black and Gold days. The guy just reeks of cool at the moment. But when you say that if Darby Allin wins, he gets a future AEW world title shot, and then when you think about the history that Darby Allin and MJF have, and you consider that MJF is the current defending world tag team champion, the story writes itself. Darby Allin has to win here. And he's the one who now I think is going to go on and beat MJF, and he's going to beat him with a headlock, throwing back to their old feud. That's happened. Yeah, that he needs to return that. That's long form storytelling right there for you. So as much as it pains me, because I love the current iteration of Andrade, I think Darby goes over here. Darby wins.
As much as I'm not a big fan of Darby, he's a company man. Let him get the title shot. He's already fought Moxley and I've already picked Will to win that one. So this doesn't make any sense. But I'm going to go with... I'd love to see Will versus... versus Darby. So yeah, I'm going to go with Darby Allin to take this one. Because he gets a title shot if he wins. So yeah. Come on. I don't really like the style of your wrestling. Don't hurt yourself. Please. I'm hoping for you to win, though. Darby Allin taking this.
See, for me, it would be easy to go for Andrade. You know, El Idolo. He's on fire right now. He's doing the thing with the chicks on the phones. He's doing it. He's the heel you love to love. Even though he's in the Don Callis family, it doesn't matter. He's on fire. But again, he would be the easy choice. Now, why specifically is it if Darby wins, he gets a future AEW World Title match? I mean, was Andrade the number one contender in the first place? I don't know, man. I don't know how that works, but it's specifically Darby. And I'm thinking the only reason why they would put that there is if you think about if he wins that match and then you got the world title match that's being defended later on, it's like two paths are coming back together. And again, I can't even determine what out of them two what that would be. But for the sense of where I think they're going with this one, instead of the easy pick of El Idolo, I'm going to say where I think they're going, Darby Allin wins the match and gets the future world title match.
Big Tone picks Darby Allin to receive a title shot. Well, there you go. Get well soon, Big Tone. Big Tone is currently out of commission, just a bit under the weather. Didn't want to be on the camera, which you can understand when you just don't have it in you. So, yeah, I will be the voice of Big Tone, and I will try my best. No offense, Tone. I just can't hit that tone. You know what I mean? No pun intended. Okay, so for this one, all 5 members of the ministry have gone for Darby Allin. Some of us want it, some of us don't, but we all need the points. All right. Okay. On to match 2. Let's bring some gold into this mix. Let's talk about the AEW Women's Championship as Tekla takes on one half of the Brawling Birds, Jamie Hayter, Britain's own. Here we go. Have the guys vote. Let's have a look.
I like Tekla. I liked her since she arrived. I think she reeks of cool. I like her in-ring style. I like her vibe. I like her look. She's just a cool wrestler, man. And I think she retains her. Listen, it's hard for me to give as much to the women as I am to the men on the basis that bloody Tony Khan doesn't give as much to the women as he does to the men. There's not enough build in the women's division. We've been saying this for years now in AEW. That's their big problem. It's constantly how talented the women's division is, and yet it doesn't, and it's underutilized. So not really much more to say other than Tekla wins.
Once again, this is the heart voting, and it's clear that Jamie ain't going to really win this, but I'm going to pick you anyway because I'm hoping you win this, and I'm voting my heart now. It might as well wait for my other prediction, the next show, all heart, no brain. So yeah, I'm going with Jamie Hayter to take this. No, bring it back to the UK. Jamie Hayter.
This is an interesting one because this seemingly just came out of nowhere. Now, Jamie Hayter, as much as I love her and as much as she is a former AEW Women's World Champion, she's got this tag team thing going on right now, and I think she's going to be more focused on the tag titles more than the singles world title. If they were going to put her on a singles run, she would have been doing singles things, but she's been doing tag team things. So it just doesn't make sense for me for her to beat Tekla and then go back into a tag team with a world title. Because obviously, unless they were going along that way where it creates jealousy and all that kind of jazz, I just don't see it happening. Not before she's done her tag team thing and gone back into singles. Or they might try to two-belt her, but this is not the time. So still, your AEW Women's World Champion, Tekla.
Still, your AEW Women's Champion, Big Tone picks Tekla to retain. Right, not going to waste any time on this one. I like the team that she's part of. I think the Brawling Birds is more of a focus as a tag team and building. So Jamie Hayter is not going to take this one. Tekla is still your AEW Women's Champion. So talking Tekla and how cool she is, one of her partners, Megan Bain, was down at the UK, down at Eve, where I happen to have seen Jamie Hayter perform twice now. Oh, Wrestle Queendom. If you missed it, you missed out. Go online, check it out. Yeah, just had to put that out there because, hey, Nico mentioned women's wrestlers. You heard a lot of us talking about how much love we have for Jamie and how much love we have for Tekla. So just wanted to put out a shout out to an all women's promotion down here in the good old UK. But yes, everybody has gone for Tekla apart from Dender Tech, who I feel maybe on a bit of a, I can read the writing on the wall, but never give up, then. Never give up. And he has gone for Jamie Hayter. So, okay, guys, on to match 3. The UK's very own Will Ospreay takes on Jon Moxley for the Continental title. How'd the guys vote? Let's have a look.
As much as I love to go to Ospreay to win because, British and amazing wrestler, I'm going to stick with Jon Moxley to take this because Moxley, I'm going to pick you all the time. Win, lose or draw. I saw you lost last time I picked you, but I'm going to pick you again. Even though I wouldn't be upset if Will Ospreay wins, so doesn't matter. Should I go with my heart? You know what? I'm going to switch. Will Ospreay to take this. It's at the end. I'm fighting not to be last, but at the same time, I'm really, really last. So let me vote in my heart. I'm going to go Will Ospreay to take this. Don't let me down, Will.
This is another one of those matches where I literally just don't know where it's going to go. It's like Moxley has held that title for some time, and there seems to be a thing where whoever wins the Continental Championship in the tournament, they literally hold it until the next tournament comes around. And I really thought that he was going to drop it to Takeshita, and then obviously out of nowhere comes Will Ospreay. And it's only for that reason why I think, okay, you know what, this might be another one where the title changes. Yes, there could be nefarious means in order for Will to really get to the bottom of this sort of whole thing and finally get that revenge, and then at the same time finally winning the title. But at the same time, 2 titles can drop in one night. So I'm going to be brave and go for the homeboy, Will Ospreay, your new champ.
Big Tone picks Will Ospreay. I really feel like I'm going against my better judgment again. It should be all leads road to Ospreay, but again, I'm going to quote the famous Wembley, and I don't want to see Will. We've had him with mid-card titles. I think this time, especially the way this guy is so over right now, it's time for the big one. So the Continental title, even though it could be for a short run, it's not now. Plus, Mox is doing a good job with this. So sorry, Will. Love to see you back. Love to see United Empire back. Good to see you and Alex on TV together. But Jon Moxley, the Death Rider, still your Continental Champion.
Listen, story-wise, there is no way in hell Jon Moxley should be winning this one. After what he did to Ospreay at Forbidden Door at the O2 Arena, my man is owed a receipt. But it does make me wonder, like, what? So you're going to keep Will Ospreay out the world title picture still? Man, like, then put it this way. I think Ospreay should be winning the title at All in Wembley. Dream booking here. But they don't have that long if he beats Moxley for the Continental title for him to have a Continental run and then be built up as the guy again. But be built up as the top guy. So it's interesting. It's not bad. Quote Leon, it's interesting, this booking, but I do think Ospreay has to walk away with the big W here. Ospreay to win.
This is such a hard match for me to determine because we finally have come to FTR versus Adam Copeland and Christian Cage. But is it too early for them to give up the tag team titles in FTR? Obviously, it was something to think if they were going to drop them at the last PLE, but they didn't. So, in the beginning of this feud, do they win it early? Do they have to go through some nefarious means and then get really rugged before they win the titles? It's really hard to determine this. See, my heart says Cope and Cage, but nefarious means kind of makes me swing towards FTR more. But because it will probably be the first match of the bill, I'm not even sure how the order's going to go. I'm going to go your new AEW World Champion, Cope and Cage.
And new AEW Tag Team Champions. You think you know them. Formerly Edge and Christian, now Cope and Cage, Cage and Cope. Shall we just go for CNC so no one gets offended? But your new Tag Team Champions, Big Toe's choice, CNC. This may be extremely silly of a reason for me to go for it, but I'm aware that FTR are taking on the Young Guns at a Rev Pro show just before Wembley. So all in. And I think in order for it to be the big match of what it is, and having the Rev Pro tag champs taking on the greatest tag team that AEW's got, not that AEW owes Rev Pro anything to that degree, I think that's what it's going to be. I think we're going to see the FTR take this one, and I think it will be at All In that we'll see ENC or CNC become your new AEW Tag Team Champs. So this one, still your AEW Tag Team Champs, FTR.
I gotta say, I'm a bit conflicted about this one, because Cope and Christian beat FTR at All Out last year. You have them win again. It kind of makes FTR look like not very much. Now, well, I'm personally okay with that, because I actually think FTR are not very much. Just my opinion. You can't make the guys, irrespective of what I think, you can't make the tag champs look that weak that quickly. And I think you've got to culminate this feud All In Wembley. Escalera de la Muerta, anyone? 3 stages of hell ladder match, or, death ladder match, or whatever the hell. Escalera de la Muerta. Y'all know the name. So I think this isn't the end of this feud. And I think by nefarious means, FTR retain.
Well, yeah. Come on. I'm going for Cope and Cage, or Edge and Christian. Why does Christian have to go second all the time? Cage. Why don't Cage and Cope? Anyway, it is what it is. Y'all know I'm not a big fan of FTR, so that's why I'm going to choose Cope and Edge and Christian to win. Y'all know who I'm talking about, them two. And Tony was having a field day the second he signed Edge. Like, we can get them back together. It was just like, they can't be a heel. They're young, they're old group now. So yeah, I wanted to do be the old school, do all the old school things, and win with a concerto. Yeah, anyway. Edge, Cope and Cage to win.
So Nick has gone with my logic and gone for FTR to retain, because we want CNC, that's what we're going to call them now, to win it at Wembley. You want to blow the roof off? We don't even have a roof, and we'll blow something off. So that's the way. But everyone else has gone for nostalgia and, the comeback tag team of CNC. So best of luck to you guys. I'm never going to be upset to see those guys hold tag gold. I just think it's too early. Well, you know what I'm saying, too early, because I know a special place where I want it to happen. Okay, guys, now time for the main event. Maxwell Jacob Friedman. Better than most, and he knows it. But is he better than the Omega, Mr. AEW himself, Mr. EVP himself, the man who's battled diverticulitis and come back? The only other person I know to do that was Brock Lesnar. Kenny Omega. Who will win the AEW Championship? Who will walk out champion at Dynasty? The last AEW pay-per-view before the end of our season. It goes down. MJF. Kenny Omega. How did the guys vote? Let's have a look. And still, your AEW champion, Big Tone's choice, Maxwell Jacob Friedman, MJF. This one's tough. This one is very tough. We're talking about Kenny Omega. Kenny Omega back in the title picture, and MJF being MJF. Which way does one go? MJF just squashed, well, not squashed, but he took out Hangman in a Texas death match. Hangman can no longer go for a title. Now, if you look at my other prediction, I talk about Will in the main event of Wembley. How good would it be to have Will in the main event of Wembley against Kenny, running it back for that third rubber match? The other side of it is MJF. MJF is on such a tear right now. There are so many potentials, and obviously screw it, Maxwell Jacob Friedman for the win. Kenny will become champ when he does. There's a great headliner, but there's also a great foil in Maxwell Jacob Friedman. So MJF still going to be your AEW champion, having us all wondering who will beat him.
There is a direct correlation between AEW being white hot again, between attendance being up again, and MJF being the champion. I don't think it's coincidence. I think there's been it was already on the rise before MJF. Like they already had their ducks in a row again. But with MJF at the top, man, the product is just so good. It's just so good, and the world title picture is just so good. I would love Kenny to have another run before his retirement. I don't think it's now. I think we're going to see Kenny Omega lose in Canada. I really do. As much as that saddens me, but I think the chess pieces are laid out to have Darby be the one to beat MJF. So yeah, MJF to retain.
I should pick Kenny because I always pick Kenny, but it seems like whenever I pick him, he loses. So I should not pick him so he can win. But also I like MJF, so I'm going to pick MJF to win. MJF is going to retain. Kenny Omega, you're a star. You can do what you do always. But yeah, MJF, show them why you are. Now, I like the fact that young people got the title right now, so MJF, keep it. Yeah, keep it on MJF.
And now we are here at the world title match. Now, given I've given my prediction for the future world title match, I don't know if they're going to do the whole sympathy vote with Kenny Omega. Not to say that diverticulosis isn't serious. I mean, thank God we still got Kenny around. But I just don't see him winning it just yet. He may eventually win it, and if this is his last run, yes, it will come. But I don't think it's going to come now. I think MJF is somewhat going to keep it through some type of nefarious means. Like, he'll really focus on that stomach, and then obviously the crowd will feel sorry for him. So even if he's lost, it's like, thank God we still got Kenny around. And then it leads to MJF going against the winner of the future world title match in Darby Allin, and I think there's going to be a rivalry in itself. So as much as my heart thinks Kenny Omega, I'm going to think for storyline purposes again, it's going to be still your AEW World Champion, MJF.
So as far as the ministry is concerned, he is better than Kenny, and he will know it. So guys, that's the one. Look, if you want to hear from me, I don't know who's going to win the ladder match, but I think Jericho's going to win because welcome back, Chris Jericho, right? It would be amazing if Carl Fletcher just surprised everyone and came back, but I doubt that's going to happen. I don't like when there's not enough names. And Alex Windsor for the win, because you know what? Windsor! My favourite Eve superstar of all time. Killer match. Again, if you don't know, get to know. Right, guys, MOW, Ministry of Wrestling, on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. MOW News on X. Connect with us where you can, and we do reply. That's one thing we do. May not post constantly, but we do reply. So hope you enjoy AEW Dynasty, the final show of AEW before our season ends. I am the one AJ. Keep it locked. Keep it Ministry of Wrestling. You like wrestling, we like wrestling, so let's talk wrestling. Until the next time, I am out. See ya.